Hi everyone, my name is Peggy Ployhar. I'm the founder and CEO of SPED Homeschool, as well as part of the review crew. And so I get the opportunity every once in a while to do a review for various products, online tools that will help parents to home educate students with learning challenges. And today I have the opportunity to review a parent training and also kind of helping your kids with some social emotional training. And this program is called Haven Bridge. It's created by Bridges, which is targeting neurodiversity. So it's not any other type of diversity. It's just neurodivergent ways of learning and teaching families as well as students how to really wrap their minds around how people learn differently, think differently, and interact with other things differently based on their brain. And so comes from a very scientific point of view. It is not a religious perspective that they're coming from. So I'm going to take you through the Haven Bridge, which is just for parents and caregivers. So I'm going to pop into that portal, and I already have access to it. So this program is a very much short and modified version of the program that they have for educators, which I am reviewing in another video. That is available for parents to purchase, especially if you're considering using it outside of your homeschool. That would be something to look at. But if you're just using it for your child, especially if you've just had a diagnosis, you're kind of trying to wrap your mind around what is neurodiversity and how do I explain that to myself, my family, and to my child. So they have a whole 70-minute webinar on here that goes through a lot of really good information as a parent to understand just what neurodiversity is, how people think differently, how your child may approach things different than you, different than your spouse, different than other kids in your home. And so that is really good. Now, the parent version has these little storybooks, and they're set up like videos. They're in the parent version has only 5 storybooks. The educator's version has a lot more, but this is the condensed understanding. So they go through being together, being me, what do I need, how do I feel, and then understanding and celebrating who they are, not who you want them to become. Based on how your other children learn, or those types of things. Not getting so into free to be me and whatever you choose. No, but there's different ways that each person is uniquely made, and let's figure that out so that we can help you succeed. And that really what this program is all about. I created some notes, and I want to make sure that I hit on the things that that I did that for. So when you go into this, there's a video, as you can see, and the videos last anywhere. I'm gonna pause this here. I wrote down they last anywhere from 7 to 10 minutes. They're little storybooks, and I'm gonna go through and show you that there's some puppets in them. There's Raffi music, or Raffi-like music sometimes. There is a storybook that that it'll read through for you. So the story that goes with the lesson is embedded in that video as well. And then after you get to the end of the story, the puppet usually wraps up things and ends with, and it's kind of like the teacher in place of you having to facilitate it so that the child can sit and watch. There's also a way that you can, let's see, I'm not gonna be able to pop over to that one. But there is a printout here that you can print out. You can put it up on your wall if you have a color printer. It's just basically a poster that goes through that stories. And kids are so visual. Well, they're a visual learner. They're very visual. But I found in my homeschool that having things on the wall, my children would look at them and remember the lesson longer if we had visuals that went along with the lessons. So again, it's 5 lessons, and then at the bottom there is another downloadable PDF, some family activities, another PDF, and then there's a coloring book. So variety of different things involved in this program, and it's very short and sweet. And I would really highly suggest it for a family who's having a hard time wrapping around a new diagnosis, or maybe a secondary diagnosis. Maybe you had one child diagnosed and all of a sudden another child was diagnosed with something different. And how do we understand that each of our children are different? And how do we work together as a family maybe and have this conversation about how each of you learn differently, and we're going to parent you differently. We're going to teach you differently. And I found the same thing for my kids. One thing that worked for one child and was very effective was not effective for another child. And so I had to really dive into the neurodiversity of my children in order to make homeschooling successful. So this program would be great for that type of situation you find yourself in. So take a look. The information will be down in the description of this video, and you can learn more about Haven Bridge for families and caregivers there. And I'll join me next time for another review right here on the SPED Homeschool YouTube channel. Bye, everybody.